Welcome to the Mayor and Council meeting, January 24th, 2018. We have a very exciting night, a lot of good things happening. So at this time, roll call.
Mayor Schwager.
Here.
Councilman Bialy.
Here.
Councilman Knapp.
Here.
Councilman Kamara.
Here.
Councilman Levy.
Here.
Councilman Piatelli.
Here.
Councilman Calamini.
Here.
Before I begin, please, again, check your cell phones. Make sure they're off or on vibrate. And also, please refrain from texting because it is discourteous, disruptive, and could be construed as a violation of the Open Public Meetings Act. At this time, I ask you to stand to the salute to the flag. Remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think it's a good time to sit down. You want to go that way? Do you want to come up here? This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, duly announced, advertised, and posted in the municipal building. And as I said earlier, it's a very exciting night tonight. And so I'm just going to keep my message brief. But I want to thank our council members who attended the risk management class last night to learn about proper conflicts of interest and ethics on land use matters. Some of us did better than others.
You improved over last year.
That's because I'm an attorney and I can't answer yes or no. I kept saying, well, there's something in the middle. But to everyone listening, we still have vacancies on our boards and commissions. If you are interested in serving as a volunteer on any of our boards, we would love to have you, especially two that stand out and are fun boards. One is the public. Do you want to join too? One is the Public Events Committee, which I'm sure Councilman Talamini will talk about. That's they sponsor all the programs for the children throughout the year. And the other one is the Communications Commission. The members are behind the wall, behind all those police officers, and they're the ones who film our meetings, and so that they're all televised. And we thank you if you are interested. So as I said, because we have a lot to do, I'm going to keep it short. And at this time, we have two resolutions which we have to do first before we do anything else. And as chairman of the Public Safety Committee, Councilman Knapp, do you want to read both resolutions 61 and 62? Do you want my copies?
61's on your desk.
Okay. Resolution 18-61, authorize promotion of Douglas Eldridge. Whereas the Borough of Oakland recently reorganized its police department's table of organization on October 25th, 2017, and whereas the new police department table of organization includes one captain's position, and whereas the Borough Administrator, Police Chief, Public Safety Committee have recommended to the Borough Council that the vacant captain's position should be filled due to pending retirement of Chief of Police and to further ensure continuity within Police Department and the welfare of the community. And whereas the captain's promotion is a competitive title requiring promotional testing in compliance with New Jersey Civil Service Commission rules and regulations. And whereas there is currently no complete list of eligibles nor incomplete list of eligibles for the appointment of an employee to captain. And whereas the Borough Council hereby seeks to make a provisional appointment for the title of captain until there is a complete list of eligibles. And whereas the Borough Administrator, Public Safety Committee have recommended that the Borough Council provisionally appoint Lieutenant Douglas Eldridge to the position of captain pending a certified list of eligible and to be issued to the New Jersey Civil Service Commission. And whereas Lieutenant Doug Eldridge meets minimum qualifications for the title of captain, now therefore be resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Oakland as follows. 1. Lieutenant Doug Eldridge is hereby appointed as provisional captain, pending the receipt of the list of eligibles from the New Jersey Civil Service Commission. 2. The provisional appointment of Lieutenant Eldridge as captain shall be subject to modification as determined by the Borough Council of the Borough of Oakland. 3. The salary for the captain's position will be $146,551 as per current PBA labor agreement. And finally, 4. This appointment shall take effect January 24th, 2018.
Your motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Nat.
Absolutely.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Absolutely, I agree.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Calhoun.
Yes.
And Resolution 1862?
Resolution 18-62, authorized promotion of Keith Sinzeri. Whereas the Borough of Oakland has a vacant lieutenant's position due to a recent promotion, and whereas Sergeant Keith Sinzeri has qualified for promotion per the rules and regulations of New Jersey Civil Service Commission, and whereas the Borough Administrator and Chief of Police have recommended that Sergeant Sinzeri be promoted to fill an open lieutenant position, and whereas the council believes it is in the best interest of the department, community, and the community to promote Sergeant Sinzeri. Now therefore be resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Oakland that Sergeant Keith Sinzeri be promoted to the rank of lieutenant effective today, January 24th, 2018. Be it further resolved that the Lieutenant Sinzeri compensation shall be $138,312 pursuant to PBA collective bargaining agreement.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Nat.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Calhoun.
Yes.
And now, the ceremony. We'll call up Doug Eldridge. You ready? This is
That
it.
is, I'm gonna,
Yeah, you could do about this. Okay, you ready? Is that okay? So help me God? I
I, Douglas Eldridge,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New
and
Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and the governments
and the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of Captain of the Oakland Police
of the
Department
Captain of the Oakland Police Department
according to my best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me
So
God.
help me God.
That's it. It's official now. Here you go. You have to sign it. And it's really official. Congratulations to the family.
Sure, I got the right one. I give him his lieutenant badge back.
Are you right? That's you. And you're out. Just have to sign.
You go to put it in.
Keith, you ready?
Just kind of
Get the
stick it
family
down there and
together.
it'll just hang. Because you want to jam in the chest. We'll all call it an accident.
And don't leave after, we're gonna do the resolution thing with the officer in charge right after. Okay? Wow, don't hit it.
Don't hit a vein.
Yes.
That was pretty good.
Okay, it's effective today. Oh, boy. Okay. Now we have Lieutenant
Congratulations, good luck.
You okay with this part? Officer? Okay. Ready? Where's the Bible?
Congratulations,
We
Captain.
need the Bible.
Congratulations.
Can you do it? Let's see. Yeah, there you go.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
I, Keith Sanzari,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of New Jersey,
and the state of New Jersey
Constitution,
Constitution,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and the governments
and the governments
established in
established
the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
and perform all the duties
of the office of
the office of
Lieutenant of the Oakland Police Department.
Lieutenant of the Oakland Police Department.
Congratulations. So,
Thank you.
according to the-
Sign
Congratulations.
and pin.
Come sign.
You could let him.
Sign your name and your address. And now Councilman Robert Knapp.
Want to read it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Resolution 18-84, designate officer in charge. Whereas the chief of police is expected to retire effective January 31st, 2018. And whereas it is necessary to appoint a member of the Borough of Oakland Police Department as officer in charge / chief law enforcement officer in the absence of the chief of police. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Oakland as follows. Provisional Captain Douglas Eldridge is hereby appointed the officer in charge / chief law enforcement officer effective February 1st, 2018. Provisional Captain Eldridge will serve as officer in charge / chief law enforcement officer while the title of chief of police is vacant. Provisional Captain Doug Eldridge will receive $6,400 compensation for serving as officer in charge / chief law enforcement officer. The appointment of Provisional Captain Douglas Eldridge as officer in charge / chief law enforcement officer shall be subject to modification as determined by the Borough Council of the Borough of Oakland.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pimentelli.
Yes.
Councilman Tony.
Yes.
Now it's all official. Congratulations. Now, I hope you'll just stay for a few more minutes because we have a special recognition ceremony right now. Former Councilwoman Sandra Cora, who had served the council for many years, there's going to be some presentations made. So I asked Sandra, you have to come up.
Make sure your phone is off.
We'll call freehold, we have our freeholder here, Casey Zorb. We have two certificates. This one also.
Oh, I have my own.
Well, you can have both.
Okay.
You can have both.
First of all, before I just recognize Sandra, I just want to say congratulations, Lieutenant, Captain, and just a profound thank you to Chief Casper, who has so capably led this department. You all are such important components of not only of our emergency responders, you're the heart and soul of our town. I live right next door on Franklin Lakes. My kids go to school in Oakland. I couldn't be more proud of this force, more proud of the moves that you're making, and just I want to say profoundly thank you. As the Chair of Law and Public Safety on the Freeholder Board in the county, you should know that we are here to support you in any way that we can, and we will look forward to working. We will miss you, Chief Casper, but we will definitely look forward to working with the new leadership in the department. And now I just want to pause, and also I was not able to be at reorganization because I was in 62 different places on that day. But I just want to thank all of the volunteers, all of the council people. You know, putting yourself out here in municipal office, this isn't the sexiest job in the world. You get and you get to deal with a lot of the stresses and strains of trying to do more with less. And for all of the people who up on this dais who have served, who are serving now and who have served before, you know, it is with a huge sense of gratitude that I have for them putting themselves out here like this and really rolling up their sleeves to make our community better and stronger. And so for all the volunteers who are getting appointed, I saw on a whole bunch of boards and commissions tonight, I want to add my thank you. But on behalf of the Board of Chosen Freeholders and County Executive James Tedesco, I want to give a special thanks to Sandra Cora, who served for 2 terms so amazingly and really put your heart and soul into representing the best interests in a bipartisan way, working so diligently for all of the residents of Oakland. So, you know, when you have this opportunity to represent your community and you do so proudly and so capably, it is something that we all want to just pause and applaud. So thank you for your service. Thank you for being a role model for so many in this community. And thank you for engaging in this dialogue, which is so important. Thank you.
Another certificate. You have to explain the organization.
I will explain the organization. I too will start with congratulations to Captain Eldridge and Lieutenant Sanzari. I don't know where you went. There you go. There you are. And best wishes for a healthy and happy retirement to the chief.
Thank you.
I too am a neighbor. I'm a new resident of Pompton Lakes after spending nearly 50 years in Ramsey. So I'm here to represent the Bergen County chapter of Women Empowered Democratic Organization, which is an organization that that supports women who run for office and serve in office. And we're there as a support system for everyone who runs and really wants to be involved. So, you know, I give you a lot of thanks for Sandra for putting yourself out there and giving the time that I know as a former councilwoman it takes to spend on a board. It's a lot of nights away from your family, and you know, so we all know, because we've all served, that it's a lot of work. So I give you a lot of credit, and this certificate is a certificate of appreciation presented to Councilwoman Sandra Cora for 6 years in service with distinction to the residents of Oakland. So, thank you. Tommy, did you have a picture?
Oh, you have one?
Yeah.
All right, so there you go.
We love to post these to
Oh, this is from
give our women a boost.
before. I'm gonna do this one first.
All right, you do that. Okay. Two more.
Thank you. Thank you all for indulging me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have 2 more.
Now you can wallpaper your wall. It's like hoarding gifts.
Sandra, on behalf of County Executive Jim Tedesco, he couldn't be here tonight, but he asked me to deliver this to you. It's a certificate of commendation honoring you for your service of 6 years in the Borough of Oakland, in honor and appreciation of your dedicated service to the residents of the Borough of Oakland from 2011 to 2017. I congratulate you, and on behalf of the council members, I want to send to you my heartiest thank you for all the years of service and for the knowledge that you brought to the council and seeing us through a lot of hard times. Congratulations.
And I have one on behalf of the borough. When I became mayor, Sandra became councilwoman, so we served together right in the beginning. And I have to tell you, if you need any research or you need to find an answer to anything, you contact Sandra, and within minutes, she gets on that computer and she does it, and she finds out. So She said she will still help us. So this is from the borough. This is the borough certificate. And it says, "A community has no greater riches than the dedicated service of its people. The Borough of Oakland would like to recognize and honor you for your exemplary 6 years as councilwoman. The borough has been very fortunate to have your leadership and expertise while working as liaison with the Department of Public Works, Public Events, Municipal Alliance, Recreation, Environmental Commission, Shade Tree Commission, and Land Use." Did we miss any? I think we got them all. The mayor and council and residents of the Borough of Oakland extend their gratitude to you for your outstanding service to the Borough of Oakland and wish you continued success. Thank you. And I'm going to miss you.
Thank you.
Do you want to say a few words?
I do just want to congratulate Captain Eldridge and Lieutenant Nazari, and congratulations to the chief. I know you have, wish you the best of health for the future and a great retirement, and congratulations to our department. I think Tracy said it as good as anybody can put it. Our department is just absolutely phenomenal. You guys just give it your all. Our residents are aware of that. I walk door to door, and I have heard nothing bad about the department. They are just, they love you guys. I think you just keep up the great work, and you make us proud. I mean, we're up on the dais, but it's people like you, our employees behind the scenes, our volunteers, that really, they make Oakland what it really is. So you make our jobs easy up here. Well, I'm not here anymore, but you make their jobs easy up there. I want to thank my family. I want to thank, there's so many people, all our volunteers. Tom, Tracy, thank you so much for being here. Julie, thank you for being here. And I want to thank my colleagues. For 6 years, I served alongside these colleagues and former colleagues. And it was just so humbling to be able to serve Oakland. And I want to thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, you're welcome to stay, but if you're going to leave, this is a good time. We'll take a little break. 2 minutes. I met you.
You know, this is, my wife, it's far away.
What's the matter?
The problem is that
Did you lose something?
when I'm in here like this, I can't jam job papers with my glass. No, it's called bifocal.
At this time, I'll entertain a motion to open to the public.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Welcome back. Are you okay?
Yes, thank you.
Good to see you.
Happy New Year, Frank.
That's why I came. I missed everybody at the holidays. Wishes all a happy new, welcome Pat back onto the council. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas, everybody. and I hope that this year is going to be better for everybody. I have-
Healthy. Remember,
And healthy. I have only one question now, everything else I put aside because we have a lot of people here. It came to my attention that the police department or the town no longer allows, if I have a son and I'm a cop in town, that they don't allow a family on the police department anymore? Not true? Not
Okay
true?
with that? That's Saddlebrook.
No, we're a civil
No, no.
service town, Frank, so
We're governed by civil.
In other words,
completely not true.
one of the officers' son is now 20, 21, he wants to become a cop?
He has to test and become...
Of course. I mean,
He
as
comes
long
up
as
on
he meets the criteria, well, then I was misinformed.
Yes, you are.
And I'm glad that I was misinformed because, John, as you know, the life we chose, family and brotherhood was very important to us. And I would hate to see something like that change.
No.
But other than that, Pat, again, welcome.
Thank you,
All
Frank.
right,
I'm
and,
glad you asked, so now everybody knows that's not true.
yes, thank you, yeah. I was surprised because, you know, you think you got a good source, and sometimes maybe they misunderstood. But again, everybody have a happy new year.
Healthy.
Thank you.
Stay healthy, Frank.
And healthy, yeah.
Good evening. Don Burns, 22 Whittier Lane. At the December 20th Mayor and Council meeting, I reiterated my request, which I had sent to the Mayor and Council via email, to reconsider the pending approval of the change to the new garbage collection contract to reinstate twice-a-week garbage pickup on a year-round basis. As I stated in both my email and at that meeting, I was sadly disappointed in this decision, which would later be affirmed at that meeting. After I spoke, Mayor Schwager berated me because I said the last-minute decision was based on some vocal minority of about 100 respondents. She said my saying so was erroneous. However, I went back to the December 6th meeting and confirmed that the number of respondents reported at that time was indeed about 100. The actual number was 88. The mayor went on to say that she had many more responses regarding this matter via Facebook, email, phone calls, and people stopping by her office or stopping at ShopRite. I wouldn't know about any such responses, just what was reported at December 6th meeting. Although she didn't indicate the number of such responses, it could indeed have been in the hundreds or even thousands. However, I seriously doubt that was the case, especially since the preliminary vote had already indicated that the governing body would approve the change with the mayor casting the tie-breaking vote. She also said that when she and Councilman Bialy went to the seniors' Christmas party, many of the seniors said they support the decision. Isn't that funny? At the December 6th meeting, Councilman Bialy stated that seniors don't need twice-a-week pickup like families do. As a senior myself, I agree with Councilman Bialy. When the decision was made years ago to go to a once-a-week pickup during the winter months, it was done as a cost savings measure. The mayor and council at that time accepted the health department's recommendation to stay with twice-a-week pickup during the hot summer months. I thought the mayor might have been on the council when that decision was made. She corrected me and said she wasn't. However, Councilman Bialy said he was. Now both Mayor Schwager and Councilman Bialy agreed to forego the cost savings and instead add $65,000 to the budget for 2018. When they discussed this matter at the December 6th meeting, the mayor was a little confused about the numbers for the new contract, so she had the borough administrator go over them. Actually, the numbers which he gave at that meeting were pretty simple and straightforward. He said there would be a $70,000 increase leaving the contract the way it was. However, by going to double stream recycling, that is paper 1 week and glass and plastics the alternate week, the borough would save approximately $70,000 by eliminating $20,000 in charges for single stream recycling and gaining approximately $50,000 in revenue by going to dual stream. Thus, if these savings were realized, the dual stream recycling saving would have offset the garbage collection increase. Then changing the contract to twice-a-week pickup year-round would cost an additional $65,000. So the bottom line would be an increase of $65,000 with both changes. I asked what they would cut in the budget to make up for the $65,000 increase, but got no response. I also mentioned garbage pickups in other communities. At the December 6th meeting, the borough administrator said Franklin Lakes has garbage pickup twice a week for the 6 months in the summer months and once a week for 6 months in the winter months. Wyckoff, the other town in the Flow area, has twice a week pickup only during the hottest months of the summer, and that's 3 months, and once a week for the other 9 months. I verified both of these schedules on their website. I'm glad Oakland has become so affluent that we now don't need this cost savings measure. It's unfortunate that sufficient time wasn't allowed to do a thorough evaluation and consideration of this matter. I still believe the prudent and fiscally responsible decision would have been to leave the garbage pickup part of the contract the way it was, rather than increase the budget by $65,000 and then give this matter the full attention it deserves. Apparently, personal preference or catering to a small minority was indeed too important to do so. Oh, another interesting fact is that the change was approved by a 3-2 vote. What's interesting about that is one council member who voted against the change at the December 6th meeting changed his vote and voted for the change at the December 20th meeting. I wonder what private discussions occurred in the interim, especially since a tiebreaker vote by the mayor was now no longer necessary. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Chopper
You have to give your
Russo.
name and address.
Chopper Russo, 58 Minnehaha, but I use a P.O. box. Don't mail anything there.
Don't mail to Chopper.
Yeah, please, it doesn't go. First, I wanted to wish best of luck to Chief Casper. Dealt with him a lot over the years. Looking forward to working more closely with Doug. We worked with Doug this year, the now captain, on the carnival, and to Lieutenant Sanzari. I'm here wearing a couple hats. First as chairman of Oakland Public Events. Just want to announce that we're going to have our Easter egg hunt on Saturday, March 24th. Also put on your calendar that on Sunday, May 27th is our annual Memorial Day Parade. And for those keeping score, Carnival will be June 13th to the 16th. We will promise you this, that we'll have a lot more discount cards this year than years past.
What were those dates, Chuck?
13th to the 16th. It's always falling the Wednesday to Saturday prior to Father's Day. And we kept the same vendor, which he's one of the best in the area. Okay? And as been said today, we're always looking for more volunteers, and we do have a lot of fun. And we're always trying to just make all our events better.
Can you just repeat the dates for the Easter egg hunt and Memorial Day?
Okay. Easter egg hunt at the library will be Saturday, March 24th. Not sure of the time, I'll send a flyer around. Memorial Day Parade is on Sunday, May 27th, Memorial Day weekend, and the carnival is June 13th to the 16th. All the 501c are going to be getting notification the next couple weeks, you know, to do the food and what have you, and whoever wants to run the games a chance, as we've done in the past. And hopefully, one person gets hot dogs and not two. We'll keep that straight, as we have in the past. Okay. So, next hat. Chairman of Oakland's Green Team. I had come here before and was hoping that we could put some signage at the entrance points into the borough of Oakland to acknowledge Oakland, that since 2011 to now, we've been awarded the bronze level Jersey Sustainability Town, you know, which is good for the environment, good for the town, increases your real estate values too. Just a little nudge there. But if we could get some signage on that, I appreciate it.
Mr. Kunz, we'll make a note. We'll talk about them. Thank you.
And I wanted to acknowledge Sandra Correa, because she was our councilperson liaison, and I've spoken to her. Though she's no longer a council member, she intends to stay on as a member of the Green Team. And we're always looking for more volunteers. Everybody's looking for volunteers everywhere, you know. If we got more people involved, the easier it is. Like my friend Ryan here doing the dog park thing, the more the merrier. All right?
You're gonna be working on something else too.
What else you got me? I'm doing it, I gotta get out of here because I gotta go to Oakland Education Foundation.
But besides that, with Michael Rose,
Listen, I am not taking away from Michael. He put it on Facebook. I'll just repeat that Michael, and, he's gonna do a townwide competition starting in November and ending sometime in December. Just check it out on Facebook. He's gonna offer a competition for the holiday decorations, which is a great idea. Yeah, and thank you, I got put on that committee.
President, right, houses, not your, so you can decorate your house, yes.
Yeah,
And you'll be on his committee.
yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Most of these committees, all right. So being I'm going to Oakland Education Foundation next, their annual casino night is on St. Patty's Day, okay, at the, I think it's the Preakness Golf Course.
I just got the
Yeah, I'll send the flyer on that.
flyer.
Yeah, that's my toughest committee. There's 18 members, I'm the only guy, so I'm a little
Wow.
late, so.
Did you miss any committees that you're on? I think you got them all.
Oakland Community Commerce,
Yeah.
and then, the Knights got the horseshoes coming up. Oh, fish fry for the Knights, starting on Wednesday, February 14th, and 6 Fridays after that. $8 for two fillets, it's 12, and if you go for the big guy, it's only $15. That's where the savings is. Comes with coleslaw and French fries.
Okay.
Look for the flyer. I'm out of here. I'm late.
Anybody else?
And my friend Frank's here. I'm glad. I missed you last
I
night.
know.
Motion closed.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of minutes, December 20th, 2017. It's 17, it says 18 on the, it says 18 on the agenda, but I know it's 20, December 20, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any changes? Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pinkatelli.
Abstain, I wasn't here.
Councilman Palomino.
Yes.
There are the oath of office on January 7th, 2018. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any corrections? If none, roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pinkatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Palomino.
Yes.
And now we have appointments. And as you know, the last time I did not recommend, my recommendation was not
Accepted.
accepted, I'll move forward. And rather than delay this, and I know it's ridiculous to delay it, we do need an auditor. So I am going to move the name of the auditor that this council wants. And that would be Frank DiMaria. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Pinkatelli.
Absolutely, yes.
Councilman Palomino.
Yes.
And I hope you're absolutely
Yes.
true. Okay,
7
with
years,
that,
good
we'll
years
move
so far.
forward with
Very successful.
with boards and commissions. The first one is the Communications Commission, and that's the mayor and council. So I recommend that we have 2 alternates and we have some openings. So the first alternate was Ryan Schwartzberger, who I'm suggesting moved into the unexpired term of, I have the chart here, to move into the unexpired term. Well, actually,
His is
it's not,
not
it is
expired.
expired.
Right, his would be.
His expired, so it's a full 3-year term where Frank Copper was, and
To a board.
Bill Sisti is unexpired, and replace him with Andrews Hessler. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Biallo.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yeah.
Councilman Pinkatelli.
Yes.
Councilman Palomino.
Yes.
So this leaves us with still an opening on the Communications Commission for a full 3-year term, and an expired term, and we still have 2 alternate positions, one's a 3-year term and one's a 2-year term. If you are interested at all about serving on the Communications Commission, either contact me or Councilman Kumala who is the council liaison to the Communications Commission. Call us, speak to us. I know there are questions about people who come into my office and are doubted, but you're welcome to come see me. You're welcome to go to Borough Hall, pick up a citizen leadership form, speak to anybody at Borough Hall about this, but mainly speak to Councilman Kumala, who is the liaison. We'd love to have you on the Communications Commission. The next one is the Great Oak Park, and I'm nominating Nancy Larkin.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
And these are all for one-year terms, and she is going to be reappointed for her one-year term. The next is the Board of Adjustment. We had a lot of interest, and a lot of changes are going to be made. It is the recommendation to reappoint Richard LaPrey, appoint Cesar Arredondo as a regular member rather than the alternate, and appoint Sherry Campanelli as the alternate 2-year. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? Roll call.
Councilman Bialy?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Stepped a little ahead. Board of Health. It's Pat Pignatelli, who is now a councilman, had to give up his position on the Board of Health, and there was an opening, so I'm offering the name of Leonard, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Provenzalic, to complete the term of Pat Pignatelli on the Board of Health.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
I keep stepping, I keep moving forward, sorry. Flood Commission, Ted O'Grady for a 3-year term on the Flood Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Bialy?
Yes.
Councilman Net?
Yes.
Councilman Kamala?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
And that is it at this time. We have a raffle license for the Oakland Rotary Club, raffle license RL 1321 for an off-premise 50/50 raffle on June 26, 2018 at Portobello Restaurant.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have to approve social affairs permit for the American Legion Post 369 to hold an event on February 3rd, 2018, from 6 p.m. to 11:45 p.m.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Abstain. As a member.
Yes, I do.
And a cook, don't you cook there?
Yes.
You do cook, no.
You don't have to abstain because you're a cook, just 'cause
No.
unless you're not a good cook.
I'm so sorry.
All right, so we already pulled out on the resolutions 1884, designating the officer in charge, who is, right now it's Captain Eldridge. And also, there, we are removing from this list 18-85, the settlement agreement, A. De Niro. So with that, I'll just read off all the resolutions, and if you want any pulled out before we do a consent agenda, just let me know. 1857 is authorized agreement with Insurance Design Administrators, known as IDA, for the Employment Retirement Income Security Act of 1974. It's IDA for the admission of self-insured vision program at a rate of $6 per employee per month, not to exceed $6,750, and for the retiree reimbursement program at a rate of $30 per employee, not to exceed $6,500.
Nice.
1863 is authorized agreement with the borough attorney. That's Brian Jakowski, and we had already voted, and all the positions have already been voted in. So this is, account shall not exceed $115,000 without further authorization of the governing body. 1864 is authorized agreement with the borough engineer, Kevin Boswell, the firm Boswell McCabe Engineering, for the year 2018. and it will be a $24,520 retainer, which is $14,520 and $10,000 allowance for minor engineering projects billed on a time and material basis without further authorization of the governing body. 1865, authorize agreement bond counsel, Stephen Rogat and the firm of Rogat McCarthy. And 1866, authorize agreement of borough planner, Steve Lyden of the firm Burgess Associates, and he works with our zoning board and our planning board diligently, and it's a contract amount not to exceed $8,000 without further authorization of the governing body. Authorize agreement, labor attorney Matthew Jacoby of the firm Cleary Jacoby Alfieri Jacobs LLC for the year 2018. The contract shall not exceed $30,000 without further authorization of the governing body. 1868, authorize agreement of risk manager properties insurance, liabilities insurance, and workers' comp insurance to Brown & Brown to serve as our risk manager. And it shall be 6% of the borough's joint insurance fund annual assessment. 1869, authorize agreement of risk manager health insurance, the Baza Agency, and this is for 2018, and the amounts are set forth: $36.96 per employee retiree per month for medical and prescription, $4.58 per employee retiree per month for dental, commission on life premium 7.5%, commission on short-term disability 10%, and commission on long-term disability premium 15%. 1870, authorized agreement water and sewer engineer Kevin Boswell, the firm of Boswell Engineering, not to exceed $17,000 without further authorization of the governing body. 1871, authorized agreement of borough prosecutor Andrew M. Simaluka, PC, $11,700 without authorization, not to exceed without authorization of the governing body. Alternate borough prosecutor Andrew Roth, contract amount shall not exceed $2,700 without further authorization of the governing body. 1873, authorized agreement public defender Nina C. Remsen, not to exceed $8,100 without further authorization of the governing body. 1874, authorized agreement alternate public defender Tony Ann Marabello, not to exceed $2,400 without further authorization of the governing body. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I saw stuff outside and I didn't know if they were throwing it out, electronics, or I was gonna take one.
As long as you're okay.
But I don't wanna be accused of
No,
stealing.
no, as long as you're okay, that's all.
Yeah. And my doctor told me I got another good 10 years.
Good.
Good for you.
We hope to see you.
I say 20.
I'll put it back.
1875, transfer 2017 budget appropriation reserves, financial administration, funds, 2,000, and then that should be going into police and municipal court. 1876 is the need to make payments for operating expenses prior to the adoption of the budget, and no adequate provision has been made in the 2018 temporary budget for the aforesaid purpose, and it's an emergency temporary appropriations for insurance liability, insurance other, insurance workers' comp, 911 system, and snow removal. 1877, approval for cancellation of grant fund balances. Federal and state grant fund, grant receivables, grant appropriate reserves, and grant unappropriate reserves. 1878, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1712, block 1805, lot 1, known as 115 West Oakland Avenue, in the amount of $8,674.56. 1879, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder, tax sale lien 1729, block 3401, lot 25, known as 88 Grove Street, in the amount of $6,446.32. 1880, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1738, which is block 3802, lot 12, known as 5 Benear Street, in the amount of $3,690.41. 1881, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1749, block 4301, lot 31, known as 170 Franklin Avenue, and that's in the amount of $1,414.95. 1882, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1770. Block 5102, Lot 38, known as 207 Hiawatha Boulevard, in the amount of $332.50. 1883, accept retirement of Chief Edward Casper. And the Borough of Oakland is relying on and hereby accepts his notification from December 5th, 2017, from the State of New Jersey Department of Treasury, Division of Pension and Benefits, advising of Edward Casper's filed retirement application from the Borough of Oakland, and effective January 31st, 2018, Edward Casper shall have retired from his position as Chief of Police with the Borough of Oakland and shall take effect immediately. Remember we're skipping 84, we did already. 85 is off. We can't do that tonight. 86, award bid recreation equipment, and this has to do with the cooperative pricing system with Wyckoff. And it's for all kinds of sports equipment, and this information is available at Borough Hall, and it's to award contracts to 10 vendors for individual bid units, items, that they bid the lowest responsive and responsible individual bid unit prices in accordance with the Wyckoff Recreation Director's December 29th, 2017 recommendation, attached as if set forth at length, and it's we're meeting with regularly with Wyckoff and Franklin Lakes. 1887 is resolution ratifying the sidebar agreement between the Borough of Oakland and the Oakland PBA number 164 regarding the exemption of overtime for the position of captain. 1888, authorized special counsel for sewer service. And that's a reality. People don't believe us, but it's coming. And that is to pursue our discussion with Northwest Bergen County Utilities Authority for sewer service, and we received a proposal from John Napolitano of the firm Cleary, Jacoby, Alfieri, and Jacobs at a cost not to exceed $10,000. 1889, authorized vehicle auction and sale of surplus property shall be conducted online using Municipid. So you can bid for equipment online. 1890, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holders for tax sale lien 1776, block 5301, lot 11, known as 18 Powhatan Path, in the amount of $106.14. 1891, refund reception monies to outside lien holder, tax sale lien 1708, block 1606, lot 16, known as 64 Truman Boulevard, the amount of $5,325.11. Resolution 1892, refund redemption monies, outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1709, block 1606, lot 33, known as 110 Truman Boulevard, in the amount of $2,441.85. 1893, authorized refund redemption monies, outside lien holder tax sale lien 1730, block 3501, lot 34, known as 17 Hannah Road, in the amount of $83.53. 1894, authorized refund of redemption monies, outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1733, block 3702, lot 5, known as 41 Hopper Street, in the amount of $3,078.77. 1895, authorized refund of redemption monies, outside lien holder, tax sale lien 1750, block 4302, lot 7, known as 22 Rutgers Drive, in the amount of $2,279.24. Resolution 1896, authorized refund of redemption money to outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1760, that's block 4702, lot 41, known as 107 Hiawatha Boulevard, in the amount of $81.04. Resolution 1897, authorized refund of redemption monies, outside lien holder, tax sale lien 1725, block 2517, lot 7, known as 33 Rampart Valley Road, in the amount of $458.27. Resolution 1898, authorized refund of redemption monies to outside lien holder, tax sale lien 1762, block 4901, lot 11, on a 7 Princeton Terrace, and that's in the amount of $4,107.91. Okay, so 3 more. Resolution 1899, authorized refund of redemption monies outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1713, block 1806, lot 9, known as 41 River Road, in the amount of $2,126.62. Resolution 18100, authorized refund of redemption monies of outside lien holder for tax sale lien 1731, block 3501, lot 72, in the amount known as, there is no address. In the amount of $6,103.89. And Resolution 1801, authorized refund tax court judgment block 1301, lot 31, in the matter of Anita Dritcher and Lori Gross versus the Borough of Oakland, docket number 5446-2017, reducing the assessment of block 1301, lot 31, known as 3 Apache Drive, to $1,150,000 for the tax year of 2017, and a check will be issued to Valerie Hofer Esquire in the amount of $3,081.19.
You deserve a drink of cold water after that.
Anybody wish to be pulled? Any pull out?
I wasn't paying attention. Can you read them again?
No, but I'll give you my list with all the highlights.
What were the ones after 1863 again?
So with that, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? Was there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bialy.
Yes.
Councilman Net.
Yes.
Councilman Kamala.
Yes.
Councilman Levy.
Yes.
Councilman Tignicelli.
Yes.
And with that, I
Yes.
finished talking. Laptops for governing body.
Okay,
Need no more paper?
well, I'm going to be briefer than you are, so.
Anybody would be.
Yes, basically, the upcoming discussion is about reducing in large measure the amount of paper that you all get for the council meeting packets, which, as you all know, can be voluminous at times. So this has been a kind of a long-standing project that everybody's kind of had some interest in, working with Councilman Knapp and with Lisa, doing research on going paperless for our council meetings, and looking at different hardware and different systems for how to accomplish that. And Lisa worked with our IT vendor, and I think had spoken with some other towns too. I think she went to Franklin Lakes and saw how they did it. And what we'd like to talk about is really kind of a straightforward system. We would buy a pool of laptops that you would each get issued. The cost of those is slightly over $400 a piece. There'd be some ancillary setup cost that goes with that. And we would just transmit the packets either in a PDF or multiple PDFs, depending on what was being included in the packet that week. And just send that out the same way Lisa does on Fridays when she tells you that your packets are ready. And you would just get that and download it onto your laptop and bring it with you to the meeting.
There'll be training on how to use this laptop.
We can do that, and what we were thinking about is having a few meetings where we run dual systems side by side to make sure that there's no kinks in the system.
An instruction booklet comes with it, right?
Can we get Pat a monochrome screen so he's used to it?
The green
But
screen.
do I still have to sign resolutions?
You'll still have to sign the paper,
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
and Lisa
Alright,
can
so
still,
that's not a problem.
can still bring those, okay? So that's the basics of it. There are other systems out there that tie into records management systems and, and things like that. This is much more straightforward, at least initially, where you just get PDF versions of everything.
So if
And we'll take it from there.
If someone emails us, they'll email me, from the website, mayorschwager@, that'll come on that, or it'll still come on my regular computer?
Both.
Both would be however you log in. The idea here, though, isn't that you're not going to have to rely on an internet connection to view your packet materials, but you could certainly, we could certainly make sure it's enabled so that your laptop could have your borough email on it, sure.
Do I have to come up with another password?
No. Probably not, no.
Yeah, I hate that.
Did we look into any grants or anything for something like this? You know,
Lisa, were you able to identify anything for that? I really haven't seen anything.
You know what? Lisa was very accommodating. I received a letter about the grant wish list,
Oh, the new one from Capital Alternatives.
right? And we made copies for everybody in all the councilmen's boxes. And that could go on the wish list, and maybe Marlene, she can look.
yeah, I mean, I would think it would be, eco-friendly, something like that, some kind of.
Green,
Yeah,
save a tree.
yeah.
Save a tree.
Well, I was gonna bring that up under new business, but I'm glad I brought it up now. Please, look at that wish list that's in your mailbox, and maybe it's in your packet, about grants, and that should be one of them that we should talk to her about.
I mean, we're ready to move ahead with ordering the equipment. How long of a period of time do you want to give for us to see if we can secure some outside funding?
Can you get money after you purchase?
Usually not, no.
So why don't you just call Marlene and see if there is such a thing?
All right, you know what, we'll reach out to Sustainable Jersey too. Sometimes they have small grants. We secured one last year for those bike racks. We'll see if something like this would qualify.
Well, is it a little tiny thing, like an
15
iPad?
inches.
No, it's bigger than that. We wanted to make sure for
So we
people
can
that
see
are
better, we're
optically
getting
challenged
older.
like myself, we wanted to make sure that the screen is big enough.
Oh, Kevin,
Agreed.
Why can't we just
is
use
that
our
size,
iPads or-
Kevin's size?
15 inches, that's it.
Oh, that's the size?
This is an iPad.
Yeah, but it's about the same size.
His is bigger than mine.
It's like I have an
This is
iPad.
tiny, this is tiny. The screen is tiny. So we would all sit here with,
Yeah, the idea is, that, I don't know who has laptops, who has iPads, who wants to do that, so we priced it out as if you were each going to get a piece of borough
and we would
equipment.
only use it for borough business.
You should limit it to borough business, that would be a good idea. And the reason we didn't choose iPads is, it was really one of cost. If you look at the laptop size, and again, I was kind of looking at screen size, the laptop is just a lot cheaper.
We'd have to get the Wi-Fi password, wouldn't they?
Well, the way we're setting it up, as long as you download onto the hard drive of the laptop, you're not going to need Wi-Fi to be able to view the materials.
Oh, I see what you're saying, okay, yeah.
Download
It'll
it
be
before you get here,
transmitted,
and it's here.
okay,
and-
yeah, okay.
What will happen is you will receive an email. You will open the email, it will have the download, and then when you go to the meeting, you don't have to rely on Wi-Fi to have it. It's already
Correct,
been
correct.
downloaded.
I understand.
That's where it's all gonna
Are
go
there,
back.
outlets here in case because it runs on battery?
What's that?
When you have to
So if you have to charge it,
Can we get charging?
The charge, you
Will
charge
come
that
with a
home.
charger?
Yeah, just bring it charged.
Last 4 hours.
But people shouldn't be able to email us during the meeting, though, because that would be violation of
That's
the
right.
Open Public Meetings.
Well, might be.
No, it would be.
No, no,
Wouldn't it
she
be?
says it might be.
It would be.
It would be.
It may be, it
Oh,
depends
maybe.
who's emailing you about what. If somebody wants to invite you for a
Don't open
sandwich,
it.
that's not a violation.
But that shouldn't be on this computer then? Or does it matter?
It could be, just don't read, don't let
Depends
your
on the
email
matter.
during the meeting.
What Rich indicated before, if you receive a borough laptop, iPad, or any electronic device, it should be limited to borough business. So if you are sending and receiving emails on that, it should be borough business and not used for anything else. You're not going to have any other apps that would not be related
And
to the
isn't it
borough business.
operable?
Yes.
Everything is
Oh, yeah,
operable.
could be
I know.
subpoenaed, yeah, absolutely.
There is a case that came out of Fair Law and the mayor, probably mid-2000s, where the mayor was sending either emails or text messages from his personal device, and he tried to say, well, it's not a government record. It is. The Government Records Council says it doesn't matter what device you use, but if you're given a borough device, don't
Correct.
use it for personal business.
Yeah,
All right,
it'd actually
so-
be foolish to do it.
When you leave the council, you give back the computer.
Correct.
Now, what happens if it breaks or it's dropped or it's stolen?
Do you have insurance
Do
on
we?
it?
We take it out of your very substantial salaries.
You return it to the
No, we would-
administrator.
we would replace it.
But I'm thinking about what they did up at the high school, didn't they have to give like,
You have insurance? Would it be insured? Would we?
I mean, I suppose we could purchase that sort of protection, if
Could
we
be
wanted
more
to.
costly than the computer. Okay. All right, just asking.
Just so you're aware, in Mawa, everyone has an iPad. I have a borough iPad because of the email and
That
everything
size?
else. Same size.
So that's what you're doing during the meeting?
Yeah, have an iPad, so you have well, every piece of paper on there, it's done through a Dropbox system. When you are issued the iPad, you sign that you are responsible for it, and you return it when you are no longer an employee or an elected official for the governing body or for the borough. Also, any and all updates are done by their IT people. So once a year, they're
Okay.
basically doing maintenance.
Good.
Mayor, a
Yes.
couple questions.
Couple, just a couple?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say that I support this 100%. This is 2018, and to be doing things with this pack that we've got to pick up every couple weeks is ridiculous. Just for the Borough Administrator, are there any soft costs associated with this as far as virus protection, other kind of software packages that are required that have been captured?
Yeah, we have the office licenses already. We'll verify with our IT support people. I think we have the virus stuff too. There may be a little bit of cost for that, as well as a little bit of cost for them to do the setup on the machines.
Okay, another question. I'm looking at the quote. It doesn't really say, but I'm assuming that it's going to be coming with a laptop case of some sort?
That, I don't know if that's included in that.
I think we should certainly have cases for it, for taking back and forth for the longevity of the unit. And save the screen. Right. One other question also is, in the committee's opinion that came up with this, what is the life expectancy you expect this laptop, 4 years, 5 years before you go through the refresh program?
Yeah, typically 5 years.
Okay, so it's got a 5-year lifespan. Okay, terrific. Thank you.
With the lifespan, I know like with larger things, we usually stagger it a little. Maybe we think,
Oh, some of us only?
well,
I'll give it up.
well, even if, you know, just think of purchasing something sooner than later, even though, you know, so we're not buying a whole new set in 5 years from now.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, we do an annual, computer allocation in capital, and that kind of ties into the 5-year lifespan. You have to have a 5-year useful life to put it in capital. And so we do an annual allocation for that anyway, because, periodically we have a computer that we need to replace, or a printer, and all of that staggered. So really, it's just coming out of that annual allocation that we do anyway. We're not budgeting special for this. We're just taking some existing funds that we have on hand, and we're going to use it to do this.
Okay.
I have a question about printing of this computer.
As if you want to hook it up to your printer at home and...
Where we can print anywhere?
Yeah, there may be device driver software that needs to get downloaded and whatnot. We'll ask for IT folks.
Or we could come to Borough Hall and print off. I
Same
don't know
thing,
how
you
do
probably
do
need to
that?
have it configured.
Just go to your office and just print out your smartphone.
Sure.
Well, if you have Wi-Fi capability at home, I could print off this device at my home printer if I wanted something.
So I could do that too in my house?
Correct.
True, yeah.
Or we could go to Richard's office and print.
But you have to have a printer at your house first.
I do.
Okay.
I have a color printer, actually. I know,
Sorry,
I know.
If you want
But
color, you gotta use Lisa's printer, so.
Actually,
Or or you could set up a printer in my office and just, anybody wants to go in there and just print.
Actually, Mayor, I just want to build on that a little bit for the Borough Administrator. Would it make sense for us to get a small printer down here in case we have to print something last minute, preparing for a meeting, or if we get something from somebody?
Yeah, I mean, what I had imagined is that either, Lisa or I will have at least one paper set with us anyway.
Right.
But that's a good idea.
No, I'm just saying, if we had a printer down here, we could just put it in the corner somewhere in the event that we had to print something out last minute.
All right, I'll take a look at that too then.
Okay, thank you.
Any other good comments on this? The people in the know?
I think the whole thing's roughly $3,000 and change, and it's a smart thing to do, and it's not expensive, and we're going to save numerous trees, because boy, do we use paper.
Yes, look at this. I mean, you've seen my office.
This is a light day.
All right, so the next item, so how do we move forward now? Are we moving forward? I mean, what is the
Yeah, we'll-
consensus of the council?
Yeah, we'll follow up with these issues like the printer and the virus protection.
3,000
I'm ready to
under
go.
administration.
Yeah, it's about $3,700 for the hardware and some ancillary software and installation costs on that.
And also looking into a printer for here for us.
Right, so we'll follow up on all that stuff. We'll follow up on looking for an outside funding source as well. We'll let you know how we do with that, and we'll report back.
So if you could call Marlene tomorrow and see if there's anything, then we know whether or not we should delay just a little bit.
Okay.
Any other comments on this? So is there anybody who's opposed to this?
No.
So then,
Mayor,
Yes.
would it be possible to, once the Borough Administrator has followed up with Marlene, if there is not a source of funding, that we can just do the purchase right away and move quickly on this?
well, that's what I want to know.
Let's take a straw vote.
Everybody's okay with
Sure, we'll stop.
Absolutely.
Yes.
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 Yep. Yes.
Okay. We're going to go into,
Cyberspace. 18th century. The Twilight Zone.
all right. Oh, my. Okay. We added on, you had an amended agenda, so now there's a add river restoration project, so I think that's Councilman Levy.
Yes, Mayor. I would like to, we're starting to look at the river restoration project, where we are, where we're going, and there are some contract issues, so I don't know if we need to discuss
All right,
those here now.
contract
or-
issues already, we're into the legal
Well,
issues now.
you know, maybe, and I just got the information, I guess, Councilman Levy asked me to look into parts of this. I was able to get the information, and I guess the concern is that the contract was entered into in May of 16. I understand that permits have been applied for. I received the contract documents, so I advised Councilman Levy is that if it's something that the entire governing body wants us to look into, we certainly will, and we can discuss it at the next executive session. I know the status of the project. Kevin has communicated what the current status of the project is, and I think Mr. Coons also has provided an update. So I think we know where we're at. I just need to review the contract to see if, it has to be modified or what can be done at the present time. I know that there were studies that had to be done that extended the period, but it's a discussion we may have to have at the next meeting.
So we shouldn't ask Kevin for his input now, we should wait because we're dealing with a contract issue.
Right, and I have some questions for Kevin that I can do offline.
Okay, Fred.
Mayor, I just asked if there's background information that I don't have because I wasn't
No.
on the council.
No, you don't have any.
Whatever I have, I'll get to you.
We don't have it either,
Oh, we don't, okay.
but your, next to you does.
This guy.
Well, as soon as I get it, I'll review it.
He'll
I'll
give you
set-
all the information you need.
I'll email it to your iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayor, can I just
Yes.
ask a question or a question
Sure.
to the chairman? Mr. Chairman, Mr. Levy, I was just curious, by bringing this forward, are you looking for an update on the program? Are you looking for, what's your reason for bringing this up under work session?
And because this project was something that was started 2 years ago, and it's not done yet. And we need to find out, really, we've spent money on it. We've spent, I believe, close to $40,000, and I think we have, another $19,000, $20,000 in open purchase orders?
For the soft cost for the engineer.
Yeah, so we're going to be up to $60,000, and nobody stuck a shovel in the ground, other than bringing over some truckloads of rocks from Franklin Lakes. So I think we need to, just to be prudent so that we are monitoring our progress and making sure that we're moving forward in the proper direction.
Thank you.
And it's time sensitive too, can only be done during certain periods of the year. We don't want to pass another.
Well, they're going to, the DEP is going to determine when we're allowed to do work, and probably Fish and Game is going to get involved.
Correct, yeah, correct, yep.
Okay. Okay, new business. Anybody have any new business?
I have 2 items.
Yes.
One, I'd like to propose that we have some type of certificate or recognition for Chris Visconti for his 10 or 11 years, I think 11 years on the council. If we can get our county executive and our state assembly and senate to get us some resolutions, I'd like to just put that out that, we do want to do that. Kevin, please don't leave.
Oh, okay.
I guess you're
My
on the
next
next
question.
item.
My next item. So Does anybody object to that, or?
Well, Pat,
No,
think-
I just don't know where he is.
I think what Chris said, and you guys down there would know better than me, I think what Chris said was when the library's ready,
Okay.
he wants to come back, and he asked that we do it then,
Okay.
to consolidate his trip.
Okay.
And that was our recollection as well.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to contact Senator Cardinale and Superior North.
And my next item, Kevin, why I asked you to stay, last meeting, Tom Donnelly, I believe, spoke about repaving of 202.
You're talking about in Mawa?
No, here, right here.
Oh, here.
Here. Every day, we go past this one spot on 202 that's a big bump and you shake all over. There's a storm drain at the rear entrance to Staples that we put 2 lanes in, and every time we get there, your car goes up and down, up and down. When they do repave 202, isn't there a way that they could reinforce that storm drain so that it's level with the street?
Yes, they call it a riser casting.
I mean, I think that's the time to do it, since they'll be repaving, you know, and milling that road, that would be the time to do it. It really is a pain in the neck, and I'm sure everybody in town knows.
Well, we have
that's why.
we had a resident come in this week, and I sent her to Mr. Kunz, that she, what's the Browers, Dr. Brower?
Yes.
What address would that be? 3 something? You're for,
499.
so I think she's, you know Dr. Brower? You know the one with the gate where the chain?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry, yes.
And she has a video that every time it rains and cars go by, it splashes onto her, it's unbelievable what it does to her driveway, and they have to repave their driveway. Mr. Kunz was supposed to get in touch with you. Can you speak to Kevin about this?
Yeah, and I'll be sending it over to the county as well. She sent me a picture, I spoke with her.
Yes.
She showed me the video, and there's a ponding condition there that she alleges was caused by the last repaving of 202.
There's another one.
Aren't you glad you stayed?
There's another, I call it ponding of water. As soon as you go over the railroad tracks, right in front of 410, is it?
Yeah, 410 building.
410, right about- there's a bird bath there that...
North of the railroad or south of the railroad?
North.
Okay. Okay.
But that storm drain is extremely important. I mean, you get tossed from side to side.
Tom Connolly is, and it'll kill me if he's watching this, but he's excellent at what he does.
Yeah.
And if you could give us addresses, what we'll do is we'll walk it with our inspectors.
Yeah.
We'll spray paint those
Correct.
areas.
Correct.
So that we can identify them when they come through and on the side,
Yeah.
because what they do is they mill the road. So
Yes.
you lose the paint marks, but it's easy to pick up the...
Well, we'll spray the curb.
Yeah, you spray,
Take a picture.
you spray the curb and you spray the area.
Correct, yeah.
And what it does is it sends a message to the, whether it's bird bath, what we do is you say you push the profile of the road and you reprofile the road to get to the inlets.
Mm-hmm.
And where the inlets are, it's, frankly, it's always a battle because the pavers want to mill and get out, and mill pave and get out. Well, we want to make sure that the castings of the drains and manholes meet the new grade.
You tell them there's a little matter of us being satisfied with the job. So make sure that they do it.
Well, having Mr. Connolly be a resident is a very good thing to have.
Yes.
And you will talk to Mr. Kunz about the Brower, in front of the Brower.
I'll send you
The video.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Sorry to make you stay.
No
I know
problem.
it was quick.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have new business?
Book club, Kevin, you can't go home yet.
Yeah, Mayor, I have something else. I'm not, it's maybe a procedural thing, I'm not sure, but we talked numerous times about realigning this dais.
Is that Kevin?
No, Kevin, you can go.
We might need him to engineer it.
Well, I think we need more of like an architect type person, but we talk about things and then they just move on, and we talk about it again.
Absolutely right, because I can't see you,
Right.
I can't hear
Right.
Russ.
Exactly.
I keep
I can see
talking. You can see me?
All right, so what's the process to get somebody to start looking at this? and
Moving it out.
Doing something different, whatever it is, but somebody needs to look at it, so does that?
Yeah, well, what we can do is, I think, talk with the architect that
Dan?
works with Boswell. Dan, And then it would be a matter of getting a cost estimate, putting it in the capital budget, getting funding in place, and then getting under contract if there probably is some sort of plan that's needed for a spec to go out to quotes or a bid.
We don't know until we try. You know, we just talk about things and we don't move on.
You know what's very good, if we, at the same, and this is the right time, because we're going to be starting our budget hearings, but, as you know, I go around to the different towns for my mayor's meetings, and Ramsey has Ramsey and a couple of other towns, in front of each council position is a plate with the committee or the department that they're the liaison to. So that even when on television, they'll be able to see council president, public safety, finance, DPW, you know, they would be able to see that. Yes. Oh, a flood commission, and so if they had a question, they would know which council person is that liaison to.
Well, I think something else I was told unofficially, I don't know if it's what factual it is that there needs to be some more safety built in for the judge also that sits there for where the prosecutor's tables are. I know, but somebody has access to the judge, and I believe that that's supposed to be.
He's supposed to, well, he has a door, yes.
No, but when he's sitting there, and
Yes.
you piss off somebody sitting there, and he jumps on you, that's a problem.
He's supposed to go underneath to the lead.
Well, I didn't.
Well, we have the button.
Well, there is the
There's the
requisite
panic button.
ballistic protection. I think there's a physical separation that you're
Yeah,
talking
about somebody jumping the thing to get at the judge. I believe the court people are the one who told me that
Oh.
this thing needs to be realigned.
Well, that has to come, and they
for
have
the
to
safety
tell
of
us.
the- Right, so let's
Yeah, I
just
think
look
when we
into
do
it.
the project planning, involve the court as well, and the judge and the court
All
administrator.
right, so you took notes to look into this?
Yeah, we'll, like I said, I think we'll wind up putting it into the capital budget for consideration for funding.
Are we gonna have to start talking about dates for budget and,
Yeah, Councilman Pignatelli had talked to me about that the other day, so we'll be working on some preliminaries for the Finance Committee, and then a schedule or a proposed schedule for council meetings as well.
okay.
And
All
Mayor,
right.
I just had one quick item to bring up. The Rec Commission had approached us with something that I think will be beneficial to the residents. They had a change in one of their summer programs, and they'd actually like to reduce the fee that is currently specified in the fee ordinance. Basically going from, and Lisa, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you spoke with Neil, from $175 for 1 week to $120 for 1 week. And I think it has to do with the length of the programs
That's
and how
a
much
big difference.
instruction that there is. So if everybody's okay, we'll prepare an ordinance for introduction at the next meeting.
I don't think anybody will complain about that. All right, council reports, who would like, want to start?
Sure. Just public events, like the mayor had mentioned, we do need more members. It's a great committee. It's a lot of fun. They do a lot of good things in the town. They help not only with the public event things that you think about, but also with other things in town. They come and they'll supply the food and just help putting it out. It's really a great group of people, and any help we can get is always welcome. And then, like Chopper had mentioned, the Easter egg hunt is March 24th. Memorial Day is May 27th. The carnival is June 13th to the 16th. That's always a lot of fun. And just again, more members, the more help, the easier things get done. And then schools, the only thing I can report on the schools is they had the new traffic pattern down at Dogwood, and from what I understand, it's going very well, and it seems to be everyone. There was a few complaints to begin with, but everything seems to be moving along.
Is the Board of Ed talking again about the changing of voting?
I haven't heard about that, but I mean, they were waiting on a report. I'll ask them if they'd gotten the report. Yeah, the problem was it was the change. You know, everybody knew we were going to have a new governor, and so now
The governor might make that change.
yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
Thank you.
Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple things. There was a meeting scheduled for the Communications Commission last week. Unfortunately, they did not have a quorum, so we will be meeting next month. So I can't really move your photo contest thing forward until we have our first meeting, but I have it. You gave me you said you wanted us to be part of a photo contest. You handed it to me last meeting.
Contest?
Yeah, League of Municipalities.
Oh, that, yes. Oh, I thought you were talking about the group, the council, that council, that, but I was saying, are we going to have a contest among ourselves?
Okay.
Guess not.
Also, I attended a library meeting today. I have to tell you, one of the most exciting things going on in town right now is the library construction. And the soft opening is going to be February 1st.
Wow.
And there's going to be the first play, and I'm going to mention it again today, is going to be W.E.B. Du Bois, A Man of All Times, a critically acclaimed play about the great civil rights activist. It's going to be held Friday, February 2nd, 7 p.m. at the Oakland Public Library. And I have to tell you, since my last update, they've put the book racks are installed right now, the books are moving in, railings are getting done. The stage is spectacular. I mean, and the lighting, nice beautiful LED lighting, and I mean, it's really truly is a grand room that can be used for small plays, presentations, and it's just, and upstairs, there's a loft, and I was looking on Facebook, a lot of positive press. Look on the library Facebook page, you'll see pictures of it, of what the construction they're doing. And also out of today's meeting, they're also getting ready and putting a schedule together for phase 2, so you'll be hearing more about that next month from me, but it truly is a very exciting time. I also attended my first water sewer meeting, and I'm going to defer to Councilman Bialy because I'm still kind of coming up to speed on where we are, and that's really all I have right now, Mayor.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to start with my seniors, and the February newsletter will be out this Friday, so it'll be available at Borough Hall and Borough webpage. The seniors also have an invitation to attend a lunch and bocce ball tournament at the Chelsea in West Milford. If you're interested, contact the Senior Center for time and details. Transportation to and from will be provided. The art program has a few openings for new members, and if you'd like to take part, contact Rose, and you'll get a list of supplies that you'll need. And if you have an exercise program on your New Year's resolution list, you'll find many programs down at the Senior Center. So if you want to go down and take a peek in and see if you might interest you for your New Year's resolution. And most importantly, everyone knows that Rose makes a great cup of coffee. So
Yeah.
anyway, moving on, I'll pick up where Councilman Kumala left off, and that's with the water and sewer. And it is a very exciting time as far as the progress forward and putting the water and sewer, and the plan is, the WIP plan is going to be published on February the 5th. It might be March, in early March, but we are on the road to putting together everything needed to get an agreement with Northwest Bergen Utilities, and then changing our units that currently, the 3 units in town that currently process sewage, they're coming to their life's end, and we'll be changing them over to pumping stations, and hopefully everything will fall into place, and in a few years we'll have sewer systems downtown, and hopefully it'll expand. And this won't get to our residential areas on the most part for another 10 years. But downtown is where we need it. That's for development and progress in developing some affordable housing and moving forward. But we are on the right plan, and I'm so happy to have Eric there. Eric is actually the chairman. I'm just the co-chair, but I've been on the Water and Sewer Committee for a couple of years, and it is it's a lot to take in. There's a lot of lettering with CCP, DDP, EEP, and you have to understand what they all mean. And it takes a while to get used to it, but once Eric is doing what he should be doing, he's asking great questions, and we're getting great answers, some of which I hadn't asked before. But I think we're moving in the right direction. I think Oakland's about time. It's 21st century. We should be on a sewer system. So that's moving forward. Historical and cultural, we're still maintaining a bird's eye on the historical location. This past week, I had a meeting with Bergen County Historical and Cultural, and they want to act as advocates for us to they know that we're working on the Van Allen House, but it's the Stream House that's more important to the residents because it is an eyesore and it is in a dilapidated condition, and we want to make some appropriate measures and present them to SHPO down in Trenton, and the Bergen County people are willing to join us in Trenton. I think Rich has a meeting in March that we may be going down to on the application form.
There's a grant workshop. I think it's for the grant we already received.
Okay.
That's in early March.
Okay.
Meeting.
And you have the application that Elaine sent to us?
I saw that, yeah.
Okay, very good.
And you're going to Rotary next week.
And I'm going to Rotary next week on the 30th, and I'm going to make a presentation. And I sent an invitation to Elaine Gold and Cynthia Foster from Bergen County Cultural and Historical to join me if they can, and we're going to make a presentation to the Rotary Club, who is willing to be a partner in fundraising. If we need funds to rebuild or restore or revamp or reiterate what that Stream House was and can be, we're going to have some help from Rotary, which is a great, great thing. Last thing is DPW, and I just want to let everyone know, we're getting our 2018 allotment of LED streetlights, and they're going to be about 17. We're also going to pose a letter to our legislators to go for grant to buy additional more than 17. We have 799 streetlights in Oakland. It would take us 50 years to replace them all at the rate we're going. So if we can get a nice number from the State Department of Transportation in the name of safety, we can replace a lot more and make that a continuing refit of all the old streetlights. And if anyone lives on the Calumet Oswego area, that intersection had a replacement light put in. And before that light was put in, before the LED was put in, it was hard to see, if you put your headlights out, it was hard to see light hitting the street. And now with the LED light, that whole intersection is lit up. It becomes a great safety feature for anybody driving on the streets at night, because there are some blocks of areas where there's no street lights at all. It's completely dark. So I'm going to ask everybody, if you have a street light that looks like it's almost going out, I saw Mr. Wegman here before. There's a street light by his house we're going to be replacing. There's one by Peter Keycutt's house that is as dim as a dead flashlight, and we're going to be replacing that. So if you do have a location where you would like to have a street light replaced with an LED, let me know. Send me an email, make a phone call to Borough Hall, or to, you can call my office line in my home, 201-337-0804. So if you want to make a phone call to me, leave me a message, and we'll work on scheduling a replacement light in the area that's needed.
What about lights that are covered by tree branches?
Well, that's something that we're going to a meeting in March, Rockland Electric. And Rockland Electric every year, they'll go out and they'll do a tree trimming program. And some of them are hidden, some of the lights are hidden. So they actually do the tree trimming for the wires. What we're going to ask at that meeting in March is if they can also do a tree trimming for light fixtures that are hidden inside a tree. So we may be able to have some a little bit better.
That would be good, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I attended the Board of Health meeting recently. Stephen Tiffinger has been elected president, and Brian LaForge, vice president. I'd like to thank them for stepping up. Also like to congratulate Joanne Ashkenazi and Yuval Ashkenazi for being reappointed to the board and volunteering for another 3 years. That's the only meeting I attended this month. Next month, I will be missing the Environmental Commission meeting because we have a public safety meeting, which believe Mr. Knapp will talk about later. But I intend to make the Environmental Commission meeting next month. So thank you very much, Mayor.
Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman. The Flood Commission reappointed, or renominated, or re-voted for Dot O'Connor as chairman. And Mayor, I know you had expressed some interest in the Flood Commission getting interested again in the river project.
Right.
They are not currently interested in doing so. If situations change, they said they would certainly revisit it at that time.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Oh, that's it? Councilman.
Yeah. From the public safety side, I just want to, again, congratulate Captain Eldridge and Lieutenant Sanzari on their promotions tonight. I think that was a nice shot in the arm for the police department, and hopefully things like that will continue. Fire department-wise, we have our dinner Saturday night, our installation dinner, but we saw the officers, the majority of them, get sworn in at the last council meeting, or the reorg, or prior to the reorg meeting. I just want to congratulate Chief Vinnie Dyes and his 2018 officers. As far as the first aid squad, we attended their installation dinner 2 Saturdays ago, where they do the swearing in at that meeting. Mayor, as you know, you did it. So I want to congratulate their chief, Matt Goodrich, and his officers. Our first public safety meeting with all department heads will be February 6th. That's the kickoff meeting, so we'll give a report after that. And as far as Great Oak Park, I have my first meeting with them tomorrow night, and I will report next meeting on that.
Thank you.
And that's all I have.
Okay, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody? Nobody wishes to speak? Motion to close.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Bills to be paid, Councilman Pignatelli.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Bills to be paid, $520,140.77. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Councilman Bianchi?
Yes.
Councilman Knapp?
Yes.
Councilman Small?
Yes.
Councilman Levy?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. The next meeting will be Wednesday, February 14th. Whoa, we'll have to have something special.
Yeah, we're meeting on Valentine's Day?
Yes, we
what
are.
about iPads?
That's
really not good.
That's really not good. No.
Although,
Take a lot of money.
Yeah, we still gotta go out though. Night before, night after.